the minute you think negative about anything, everything it doesn't matter otherwise. And the minute you actually think positively about everything, no matter how impossible it is, it's definitely going to happen.
So your principle is that whatever it is, you think positively.
Absolutely.
Guess who I have in studio today? Ntando Duma, aka Umama Gasbase, Miss Tana herself. From humble beginnings in Orange Farm to being a trailblazer in the entertainment industry, Duma has proven that everyone's dreams are valid and nothing can stop you. Her beautiful personality and undeniable good looks have made her stand out amongst the rest. She's proven to us that there's nothing she cannot do. From being a TV presenter, an actress, a model, a musician, at only 23 years old, it's quite clear that Ntando's future is one to watch and be in awe of. Welcome to Conversations with MphoD, Ntando Duma.
Can I go?
How are you?
I'm good, thanks.
Good. Please take a seat. Thank you so much for making time.
Thank you for having me.
You look very
Such a
beautiful.
lovely studio.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Wow, I love the look, all the colors. And
Yeah, ke di-vibes tsa sama, go monate,
You know?
se right, se relevant.
You know, while I was doing my research on you, I thought this is such an inspiring story of somebody who really was resilient. Because many times we hear stories of people who are successful and they usually say, I went through tough times. And what they mean is like, you know, something small, like they lost money for 2 months. But your childhood was quite different. It was quite rough.
Yeah, I'll be good rough.
It was rough.
For real, yes.
It was when we say you had a real tough childhood, we mean it was really tough.
You actually 100% mean it, you know.
Sure. And I mean, just thinking about your dad burning down the shack, coming back home, he's upset.
Yes.
After the burning down of the shack, there was no way for you guys to stay.
No way.
You had to
we
go.
literally had to ask people around the neighbors, you know, for a sleepover nyana until my mom could actually put something together for us.
Was
to
your
be
mom
safe.
working?
Yes, she was working at that time.
So I'm just trying to think. Your dad burns down the place where you stay in the shack.
Yeah.
You guys escape. Nobody's harmed.
We didn't even, because I think I was 3 years old. I think I was 3 or 5, yeah, between those ages. And we didn't even know what was happening at the time. But we knew my dad was a very abusive person. So sometimes, not actually, most of the time when he gets to the house from wherever he was coming from, he would just start beating my mom. And if we cry, you know. So on that day, we were probably expecting it, but we didn't expect, you know, someone to actually set an entire house on fire.
And I mean, just looking at that, from the day the house burned down and now you've moved to Orange Farm, you're living with your grandmother. How was life growing up? What sort of life was this? Because obviously if anything burned down, you need to start all over again.
Absolutely. I mean, we were young at that time, and I don't think it actually really affected us that much, because, I mean, it happened and we had to move literally from that place to another place, and which is a different environment, you know, poverty-stricken environment. Like a bed, you know, and we lived there with my grandmother and my other sister, the one that everyone says Singama twins, yes, Ntando, and we stayed there with my grandmother, and it was really tough, honestly. You know, it wasn't the childhood that, you know, everyone would actually, you know, would want to be a part of or want to grow up in. But we didn't have a choice. You know, we had to be strong and do what we got to do.
How do you feel when you look at a shack, or when you go to Orange Farm and you realize the shacks are there, or people living in improvisation? What do you see? What are some of your thoughts when you see those things?
I actually go home quite a lot. You know, I go back there and I'm celebrated. Everyone wants a piece of me. I'm joking. But on a serious note, when I see, you know, the checks, because it actually hasn't really developed. You know, it's always been like that. It's still like that even today. And when I see bana baskolo, I know there's actually a way possible for everyone to actually change their lives. If they really want to, though.
Because you were also there.
Yes. Once upon a time, I was also there. You know, and also what was important for me was actually, I think I've always been a dreamer. You know, at the age of 13, I always knew that I'm going to be a superstar.
Even though you were still in Orange Farm, things were not that great. You always knew that you were going to.
Yes.
But how did you do it? Because a lot of people say it's tough to dream when the situation is bad.
Which is a lie. It's actually not tough. Okay, maybe it might be a little bit of truth there. It's tough to dream, but it's actually, okay, it's not tough to dream.
Okay.
Yes. But it's tough to actually make your dreams happen.
Oh, so the dreaming is not tough.
The dreaming is not tough.
It's the actions.
You already know at whatever age. You already. I don't know if it's with me only, but I honestly think you already know.
I think you're right. You're right. From a young age, because a lot of people usually say, I ended up doing in life what I thought of doing when I was still young.
Exactly.
You know, when we wrote in primary, I want to be
So the problem is not dreaming. The problem is making your dreams happen. You know, it's so difficult, not even knowing how to speak English. Even English itself is taught in Venek at school. Yes.
The explanations happen.
Yes, in Venek. Get what I'm saying? You know, so at the age of 13, in grade 8, in Orange Farm, situation in Linkhunu and my mom as well. And now I had to go to my first audition. I can't even speak English. Go bad. Go rough. But I was like, actually, this is what I want, and I'm going for it.
You don't have the drama coaches that other kids have, the acting coaches. You don't have the books. You don't have the.
You just watch TV and you're like, I want to become this person when I grow up. I want to be like this person when I grow up. But you actually don't know how to go for it, you know. But you're just like, actually,
So you got your first interview. What happened?
Oh my God, it was bad, extremely bad. So I stole my mom's phone. Because I used to love YoTV so much. So I would watch, and I saw this other day there were auditions that were happening the following week. And they wanted people from the age of 7 and 13. And I was 13 at that time. I was like, oh, okay, actually, I'm taking this opportunity. I really want to be on TV. I want it so bad. And I stole my mom's phone. I SMS'd whatever I needed to SMS. And they reverted back to saying, okay, you are accepted, come through at Maponya Mall on the 8th of November, I still remember, on the 8th of November 2008. Yes, and I told my mom I had to now tell her, because I need money for transport, I need her to support me, I need her to come with me, I need her in everything. So I need to tell her now, Mama, I stole your phone and I did this and now I have to go. And then my mom was like, because also she never really, you know, understood this whole industry. She never really liked it until I proved the point.
That you could actually become...
I can.
And I guess she didn't like it because she didn't really understand it. Because how will she understand? Yeah.
Exactly. So I went there with my mom and my sisters, and I saw a whole lot of people, even white people, for the first time seeing white people in my life. I'm like,
I feel like you're joking.
I mean, in person. I mean, I
get what
them
you're
on
saying.
TV,
Yeah.
But I mean, standing next to a white person, it was the very first time. Like, yo, and all these black people are speaking English. I'm like, wow.
And you could not speak English, or your English was that one of?
I could not.
You were joining him
together.
and her to. Oh.
I could not. At least.
At least now you can, you know.
At least, you know. Yeah, so I couldn't even put an entire sentence together. So I was like, okay, what to do, what not to do. I was so scared, I was so nervous, I was shaking. But I was like, actually, this is what I want. And I'll try my best to actually, you know.
Did you get that first interview?
No.
Oh, you did? Ooh.
No. There was quite a lot that I auditioned for, and I never, ever, I've given up. Yeah.
But what do you say to the kid who says, growing up in Orange Farm, or growing up in, I'm from Venda, you know, growing up in Venda, where there isn't, where poverty is a real thing, and the kid has these big dreams. What do you say to that kid when they do get to, you know, that audition line and they hear the no and they've taken 5 taxis to get to that place and, you know, what do you say to those kids? Because, I mean, you've been to there.
Don't stop. If you really want it, don't stop. I was in the midst of stopping. I was like, I'm giving up. Nothing is happening for me. And I think I went to a whole lot of auditions, actually. Went to MTV Bay's VJ Search, the Yo TV one. I went to Soweto TV, the Gadget Show. And I think that's when I sort of like got into the industry with one foot, So I auditioned for the show. And one of the producers saw potential and talent there. And they're like, okay, come and guest present this music show that we have every Friday. And first time that show trended. Because I was there.
You were there. Because you didn't stop.
Because I did not stop. And I actually enjoyed, so now I was getting like, sort of like a training, you know, for TV. And I worked, okay, at that time I was actually working at a retail store. Started working right after school. When I finished matric, 10 days after I started working. Yes, I started, because after writing my last paper, I went to drop off my CV. Everywhere at the retail.
So you were very focused about what you wanted to do. You were not playing around.
No, I learned all of that through my mom. You know, she's very, very independent, and without even saying a word, I could learn a whole lot of things.
Just watching, seeing what she does.
Sitting down and watching, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna be like this, but even way better. Yeah. So I definitely, absolutely wanted best thing for my life, you know?
And you got it even though the odds were against you.
Yeah.
Even though things were tough, the English was not there, this was not there,
It's still not there, Marok Salad.
Oh, wow. No, I really love your resilience and your drive for that.
Thank you.
Now that you're in the industry, I mean, we're seeing you do everything from acting, modeling, presenting, music as well. What is it that you love most?
Definitely not music.
Definitely not music.
Also, I'm not a musician. I just want to, you know, put it on the table.
Okay.
Not a musician.
You were just having fun and
it wasn't even
How did that song come up?
Because exactly, I was about to explain that. It wasn't really a song. You know, when I was still, you know, breaking through into the industry, I mean, I've always been that person, a very crazy and bubbly, you know, flamboyant somebody. And I used to do like funny, they used to call them funny. I didn't find them funny, but I was just having fun while doing them. And it was one of the videos that I did when I was still doing those videos on social media. And we were in Durban with my sister, and she didn't want to go to the beach, so I was jumping on top of the bed. And I started singing, you know?
And you were like on social media while you were doing that?
Yes, and I posted it, right? And then years later, Babes calls me, like, Babes, I want this song. I'm like, what song? It's like, I want this, and let's make a song out of this. I'm like, okay. Music, you know? And then it's like, no, actually it would be lovely for you to be part of the song. I'm like, okay, actually, because it's not even something that I need to, you know, create from scratch. It's
because the song's already there, yeah.
Let me just try it out. Weeks later, biggest song in the country. Yay,
it's
number
trending,
1.
We are all...
And I actually enjoyed the whole, you know...
But why is it that everything you do seems to just go excellently? I mean, you entered the show, it trended for the first time. Song went well. What is that about you that...
Honestly, I always say, number one, Mudimu. You know, God is like everything.
Day one, number one.
He's there. Agemo toilet, he's there. Haki, everywhere he's there. So, you know, also having security, knowing that you have security around you, you know, it also makes you shine and be free, you know. So God, number one.
Number one, yeah.
Number two, being myself. I've always been this person. I've never ever changed. And someone that actually knows me will tell you, Ntando high school, so primary like this. I've never even changed a single.
Authentic.
I'm joking. I can actually.
Why do all celebrities say this?
But I mean, I've always been the same person. You know, I've always believed, you know, remaining yourself. That's like the biggest tool.
So we're going to play a game here, and it's quite an interesting game. Okay. Hope you're ready. It's 21 questions.
I'm never ready for anything, but it's fine.
It's 21 questions. I'm going to ask you each question, and you're just going to answer as quick as you can, off the top of your head. Obviously, we know you didn't have time to think of these, so it's just going to be quick. Okay. And then if you really, really can't answer, you just say pass.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Let me start. What do most people think about you that is absolutely not true?
I go out a lot, that.
That.
Yeah.
What should they teach in high school that they don't currently teach?
Pass.
Okay. Which movie or book do you think is ridiculously overrated?
Harry Potter.
Okay. Who would you like to sit next to on a 10-hour flight?
My future husband, whoever that is.
You have 20,000 to spend, all your friends are busy, and you have the whole day to yourself. What would you do?
Take my daughter, Kimu. Cut 20,000 ill.
What makes you say, what was I thinking when you look back in your life?
Absolutely nothing.
Wow. What is something you've done that you wish you could undo?
Nothing.
Wow. What inscription do you want them to write on your gravestone?
Sifigile, Sanyisa, Savangena, Satsirarara.
Wow, what is something that can't be taught and can only be learned through age?
Discipline.
Discipline. If you could be born again and choose a new nationality, which one would you choose?
Yona.
Gender?
Yona.
Race?
Yona.
If you could live your life again, knowing what you know now, what would you change?
Nothing, honestly.
Wow. What cause is worth you dedicating your life to?
You pass.
What should parents stop teaching their children?
Bullying other kids.
Okay. Would you rather be alone for the rest of your life, or would you rather be surrounded by annoying and irritating people?
Alone for the rest of my life.
What movie has ever made you cry?
None.
What single event has had the biggest impact on who you are today?
Pass.
What keeps you up at night?
My daughter.
Let's talk about your daughter. How is motherhood?
Motherhood, I think, is the most incredible thing that has ever happened in my life. I swear to God, I'm having more kids. More kids very soon also.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So you're happy. Was it ever difficult?
Nothing is easy.
Okay.
Yeah, nothing is easy, especially as a first-time mom, a young mom in the industry. There's so much pressure. There's so much noises and voices, you know. So it wasn't easy. It's still not easy, but it's worth it.
How much time do you get on a day to spend with your daughter?
All the time. She stays with me. The nanny comes at 9 and she leaves at 4:30.
Oh, the nanny leaves and you stay with your
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
So in the evenings, it's just you and the daughter?
Yes.
There is no nanny?
No.
And when you have to rehearse scripts and prepare for the next day and all the busy things you're doing?
You know, when you're a mom, you actually know how to juggle things. You have to know. It's a must that you actually know how to juggle things.
Is this why there's no bae? Because you don't have time to go out on dates?
Oh, I can only pay.
Okay, sorry. Do we know who this bae is?
He's my bae.
Okay, you're keeping him to your...
Yes.
Okay, you're allowed to. What was the choosing criteria? What boxes did he tick?
Honestly, I'm not a fussy person, but like the most important thing that I want is someone who's very respectve.
Okay.
Yes. I cannot have a looks because actually this one shame. Nice.
It's the heart.
Yes,
you saw the heart.
Yeah, actually. Someone who's got a good heart, a big and giving heart, and someone who is driven and has dreams.
Someone who will push you.
Absolutely.
Oh, I like that. Let's talk about some of the work that you're currently doing now.
Yes.
I mean, you're hosting a very big show come the 15th of December.
Oh, que stress.
An entire stadium.
Yes.
This is phenomenal. At 23.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, this is what I've always wanted. You know, I wanted to do big things. And this, I don't think it's even big enough, you know? Yeah, I don't think it's big enough. I think I'm just...
How did you come to that idea to say, I want to host an entire stadium? What happened?
Well, my current bae,
okay.
Yeah, he's the one that actually called me. I didn't even know who this person was, right? And he said to me, hi, this is... And I dreamt about you. I'm like, it's one of those, like, actually, I've been following you, and I really think you're such an amazing person. You know, he's like, I really think you're such an amazing person and you're doing well and whatever. I've got this idea. I don't know if you're going to like it. And this is what I've been discussing with my sister. I'm like, actually, I want to do something like this. And this person that actually has the same vision as I am came into my life to say, I'm here to save you.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then you said, look, let me do this.
Yeah, but I had to think about it first because I don't even know who this person is. And
it's big. I mean, it's an entire stadium.
It's incredibly big.
I don't think any female in South Africa has ever pulled an event.
No.
So come the 15th, you're breaking history. At 23 years old.
Yeah. Also, age is just a number, man. And I always say to people, because they're just like, you've done so much in such a short period of time, and your time is coming.
Sure. I can only imagine like the budgets you must be working with. I mean, when you are setting an entire stadium, the artists you're tell me.
Yo, little fainter. The camera guys, little fainter.
How much does it cost? Give me an average to put up this show.
The stage alone, because we are bringing a stage to someone needy. We even, because I mean, I always say to people when they want me to do like more music and perform more music and perform more songs, I'm like, I'm the female Mkharimbe, I'm a one-hit wonder, and that's what I'm going to be performing on my show as well. So we are planning, because the song says Java is going to and that's what I've been doing actually when I'm booked for a performance. I would actually ask the organizers to bring a bed on stage, then I perform with the bed.
Then you perform with the bed?
Yes, so we are actually having, imagine, right? We have an entire bed in studio that's gonna come from upstairs, and I did kids, so coming down.
And you're gonna be on?
Yes. And
wow.
An entire stage is actually really big. It's probably big as the studio.
Okay. The bed.
Studio se sinyan.
Whoa.
Studio se sinyan. And then the stage alone is like 1.2 million. It can't be 1,000.
I'm aware. I'm just coming back here. I'm like, okay, 1.2 million for wow.
The studio alone, and they have the stadium, which is.
How many people are you expecting?
50,000 people.
50,000 people.
Yes.
How many performers do you have?
25.
25.
Yes.
Okay. And the likes of the big names?
We've got Kespa, Nasty C, we've got Shimza, we've got Major League, we've got myself, we've got my sister, she's also DJ Lady Ama. We've got Soweto's Finest, got Kilakau, we've got.
Whoa. So you've packed it up. South Africa's greatest are all going to be there.
Absolutely.
And what are you looking most forward to on that day? What's going to be the thing that's going to be like this?
It can't be anything else than success.
Success.
Remember, I told you earlier that I've always wanted to be anything that I do, to shine, to sparkle, away.
Great, make it great,
so
make it successful.
Absolutely expecting success. And I'm pushing so hard to actually get what I want.
And I can imagine doing all this planning and all this working, there's a lot of times where you have to say, no, I want it this way, no, I want it that. This needs to be done in that way.
Also, now I love things done my way. And I know there's no one who could actually do what I want them to do. So I prefer doing it myself.
You get
Even
in there.
doing the marketings at the taxi rank, I was there last week.
I saw your clips, yes, you were doing it.
Like, I actually enjoy it, you know, because I know if something goes otherwise, then I know who to blame. I'll blame myself. I don't want blaming someone else, knowing while I've got 2 hands and 2 feet to actually do that, you know?
Do it.
Yes.
And tickets, where can people get tickets?
At CompuTickets, general is 200, VIP is 550, and then VIP is 1.5. And for Ita Wazami, we're selling Tambi 1 friends.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Wow. So you've partnered with great.
We don't even have sponsors. It's crazy, I know.
You're doing, wow.
Yes.
Okay.
As long as it's me millionaire.
I'm like 1.2 million stadium coming down. I'm like, oh, where are the sponsors here? This is phenomenal, though. I love that you're doing this, that you're brave enough to.
I didn't even have time to actually, approach people for sponsorship and whatever, because it was going to take long and it was going to shatter my dreams.
And also sponsors want to dictate and.
Yes, I came out into straightforward. So I was like, okay, actually, I'm taking this route.
A black girl at 23 years old is filling up FNB Stadium. This is beautiful. This is phenomenal. You're literally
you.
breaking records. Probably breaking an African record. We should check. And then when it comes to your future, what is it? Because now you're in business. I mean, now you're in business. This is business. So I'm like, where are we going to see you in future? Where do you want to go to?
Honestly, I love saying expect the unexpected. Because even now, nobody expected this. They never saw it coming.
Yeah, clearly.
Yeah. So this is what I always say. Because I keep like, I'm going back to acting. I'm gonna do this and that. But I mean, I will always remain in this industry because this is where I belong.
Entertainment industry.
Because this is where I belong. But anyway, I'm going back to acting. I've got a show on MTV Base called Combination. Season 2 is coming back.
Nice.
Yes. I've got another show. Actually, I was shooting last week. It's a brand new show on Zanzi Magic. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, but
it's coming somewhere.
Yeah, but see, television usantana little mbona
Yes,
I'm alive, I'm there. So expect the unexpected.
This is beautiful. And just looking back, when you look back from where you started off, I mean, I'm sure when somebody says there was a point in your life where you're in a shack and things were not good, and looking at you now and what you're doing, what would you say to that 3-year-old in a shack watching it burn?
Can I tell you something? I guess I don't. It's so crazy. I know.
Where do you learn these principles? These things that you say. I'm like, you never do small things. Everything you do must shine, must be big, must be amazing. You always want to be excellent. You don't look back.
It comes from here. The minute you think negative about anything, everything it goes otherwise. And the minute you actually think positively about everything, no matter how impossible it is, it's definitely going to happen.
So your principle is that whatever it is, you think positively?
Absolutely.
You don't. But how do you stop yourself from thinking negatively? Or is it like you've trained yourself?
It's not a part of me. Thinking negatively is not a part of me. Negative things, it's not a part of me.
It's not a part of you.
Not even my blood, not even my toes. So it can't even be.
But how did you get to that stage where you can say thinking negatively is not a part of me?
Number one, self-introspection.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know how many times I've done that. I started when I was very young, and I couldn't figure out the person that I am. And I actually, when I started in the industry, I tried to fit in somehow. And I realized it doesn't work for me. Let me remain the person that I am. And if you don't like me, like,
you're gonna be yourself? Yeah.
I'm remaining the person that I am. And also, having to keep people that are amazing around you. Also, that helps you. It
the
motivates
right people around you.
Yes, it builds you, it grows you as well.
Yes.
So, right people around you. That's really important.
It's brilliant. I love the fact that beyond the entertainment, you're very centered. When somebody listens to you, you can hear that very centered, very principled. You're somebody who applies things properly.
Thank you.
And I love that. I'm definitely going to take that, and I believe all the viewers will, to always think positive. Negativity is not a part of me.
No.
It's not part of my blood.
Even when they try to bring it, because social media is like a very crucial space to be in. They will try by all means to actually bring
to be
it
negative,
down.
yeah.
And there's something that I learned from, I think when I started on Rhythm City, TBC had just said to me, because we're really close, she said to me, not every battle is meant for you to fight. So when people come and attack you, you just watch and see, or what? And you look and actually, it's not worth my time.
Because negativity is not a part of me. It doesn't affect me.
Yeah. So, but sometimes on
your case.
And now you need to show them you're also human. You also have feelings. Whatever you're saying, it actually does affect me, but it doesn't mean that I'm going to live with it for the rest of my life. So it go and put you back in your lane and block you.
Okay. So negativity we block.
Yes.
Makes sense. What piece of advice have you ever received from anybody that's really shaped the person you've become?
Woo! I think because and I'm the one who always give people advices. I don't think there's actually someone who I've given an opportunity to give me. Are
you ever looking to become a motivational speaker? Already you're just flowing.
Not really. I actually wanted to when I was 14. I'm like, I actually, so many times. I am not that kind of a person.
Okay.
Yeah, but motivating myself, I'm good at it. Absolutely, 100%. But I think, let's see, the best advice. Jeez. I think it's from just observing everything around, not really verbally People,
Okay.
someone
Okay.
speaking it to me or saying it to me.
Because actions are more powerful and more louder than words, actually.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, so seeing my mom, my sisters.
So when you watch people, you're learning. You don't just...
Yes. You're
analyzing, you're learning. You're like, okay.
I look through you. I search for things that I can learn from.
Oh, wow.
Yes,
wow.
and I learn, and I grow, and I become a better person.
Apply those. Let's speak about some of the great work you're doing with the teens. I noticed that you're doing exceptional work, and it must be commendable. What work are you doing with young teenagers?
Yeah, and now it went beyond with even older people.
Okay.
Yeah, it's imile la tseba kaofela ke kene mo ke a le rata kaofela, you feel my love.
No, it's true. It's true.
I mean, it's actually I'm like that naturally. Ke rata batho. And also I think I've fallen in love more with people after realizing that people actually do love me. There's no way that you can have 1.1 million followers on Instagram and say people don't love you. And there's no way that when you host an event or you have something happening and people support you and you say people don't love you. Those people genuinely love you. And imagine being loved by someone that has never met you, has never touched you, you've never done anything for that person, but that person loves you. And I'm like, the only way to actually give this thing back is to actually do certain things like, what I have done. Like I've given away my previous school, because I actually went to Alexander, Begilanga Secondary School. After Orange Farm, I moved to Sandton with my aunt. And it was a complicated situation, and then I had to go to Alexander.
To Alex, okay.
Yes. So every year I go to that school, and the dresses for metric dance. And last year I put together 300 dresses and the shoes.
This is your own money?
I mean, I've been collecting from people and also buying some of the stuff, So I've been asking people to actually help me where they can. And on my birthday, I don't receive gifts. I just receive blankets. Then I take all the blankets to all orphanage homes that of my preference.
Why do you do that? And I mean, this is so important. Why do you do charity? A lot of people have their reasons. Why do you do it?
Honestly, I feel like, not that I feel like I owe it to the world, but I owe it to myself, to see other people smile. They always say, "Uhlale happy." Why uhlale happy? I also have problems, But imagine if all of us looked like our problems. Imagine. Today and no problems. And actually be a normal person, a happy person. And I really feel like the next person deserves to be happy as well. And the only way to show it is probably, do those small little nyana things and just put a smile on their faces.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's been a phenomenal show. We've learned so much, and I'm truly inspired, and I believe you are as well. She's shown us how she became a trailblazer at the age of 23 and how she continues to break records, boundaries, and limitations. She continues to set the standard higher and higher and higher. We're truly, truly inspired. And remember, the art of getting ahead is getting started. So start today, start now. That dream that you've got, start it today.